Hi, I'm Buna. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I love trees. And I dream about forests and trees and things like that a lot. And I make a lot of artwork with trees in, and I've sort of teased bits of that in my artwork videos so far. So I wanted to tell you the stories behind those, because they're both pretty dark, not as dark as last week, although I didn't really go into that fully. But, so the first one I want to talk about is The Tribes in the Dark Forest. So The Tribes in the Dark Forest is one of my oldest songs that I've ever made, and it's the story of this dream I had, and it's actually sort of it has a companion song that I was going to release with it on Ocean's Dream that I'm not in the end. It was kind of looked like Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a massive Zelda fan. Don't know if you can tell. It was like really dark and stormy. And it was chucking it down. And I thought, well, I need to get some shelter. I'm getting soaked through. So I walked into this forest, which was where Kokiri Forest would be, except that's not the forest it was. It wasn't the Lost Woods. It was like this massive expanse of like really thick, dense forest. And I'm trying to think of what this is similar to. The closest thing I can think of is the dark oakwood forest biome from Minecraft, which I imagine you probably know. It was like that. It was like really, really thick, dense, dark forest, and it was raining. It was quite creepy. There was this really eerie wind blowing. It was too quiet. It was like absolutely chucking it down with rain, but it was really, really quiet. And it was setting my nerves on edge really, really badly. And I felt so unsafe. Like, really unsafe. Like, there was someone behind me with a gun. I was just walking through this forest thinking, I just want to get through here. So when I turned around, sort of go back into what would have been Hyrule Field, like, there was just like an expansive forest. Like, Hyrule Field was gone. And I thought, I don't know if there's a way out of here. I don't think there is a way out of here. I just kept walking, thinking, well, there's got to be. I mean, it's just a forest, right? I mean, it's got to end somewhere. I found these footprints and I followed them. And at the end of the trail, there was this fire. This tiny little fire that was burning despite, rain. It was like in the perfect place where none of the rain was falling on it. There were droplets all around it, but none of them were actually falling on the fire. It was like placed by some miracle, it seemed. And it wasn't just the one set of footprints anymore. There were like loads and loads of them. Like, there were clearly multiple people who had been sat by this fire. And I sort of walked over to it because, I was soaked through, I was cold, and I was like, fire, I'll warm my hands up a bit. And then all these shadows started coming out of the trees, and my dream just ended. Just abruptly, right there. I knew that the shadows were a tribe, and they were there to kill me. And this actually ties nicely into the next song, where I actually saw this forest again, like years later in another dream. But it was different this time. Like, I knew this time that I was completely alone there. There was no tribe anymore, like the tribe had gone. I was alone, and I knew it. And it was actually really chill. Like, it was this forest, it was exactly the same forest that had been like super creepy, so it was like kind of bothering me that I was there just because of the like dream memory I had. But also it was like super chill and harmless, but the longer I was there for, despite that there was nothing there, it was just me, it was calm, there was nothing going on, the more it bothered me. And I realised that I'd actually been there loads of times, somehow. And I thought, this is just a forest that like seems to contain all my dreams as of late. So that became a thing. So it's almost like there's a 3-part story to this forest. And it's just so weird how that sort of thing happens, how you have this location in your head in a dream, but you just know it like it's somewhere you've been in real life and you can go back there. And sometimes a place you know better than somewhere you have been in real life several times. I don't know. It seems very weird to me. It's things like that that make me write music. It's things that I can't explain. So this week on my social media, I will be announcing the name of the first single off Ocean's Dream. So stay tuned, links in the description, make sure you do not miss that. And there are more stories coming as well.